Rebuke all devils. We got another story coming from you today from Too Fab. Excuse me. CEO threatens to blow Hispanic couple's head off after making wrong turn into his driveway looking for wedding rehearsal. Wow. So here we go again, Appears that we have another racist person that want to harm someone for something as simple as turning into their driveway. Let's get into this story. This also happened on July the 10th, 2020. He denied pulling the gun to cops until he was shown the pictures. A Hispanic couple driving through a wealthy area of Colorado looking for their friend's wedding rehearsal found something else instead. A furious CEO who allegedly threatened to blow their heads off. On June 12th, Chris Ochoa and his girlfriend were traveling through Elk Canyon Estates in Sedalia and followed his GPS to the exact address given to him by the groom. After pulling into the driveway, they realized they didn't recognize any of the cars there, so immediately made a U-turn to head back out and call their friend. They didn't get very far. I wonder why. As I was driving back up the main road, a large red truck pulled in front of me and cut me off, blocking the road, Ochoa wrote on Facebook, with the pictures to prove it. He said the man, who would later be identified as Paul Favret, the CEO of a local energy company, jumped out of the truck and pulled a gun on them. He then ran to my driver's side window, which was down, and continued to point the gun and yelled that he was going to blow our head off, and that he wants to blow my head off, he claimed in the post. He did not ask us any questions about where we were going. He simply cut us off and assaulted us. Apparently, the U-turn that I had made was in his driveway, and he wasn't happy about it. With their hands up and not daring to move, knowing he could shoot at any time, the couple continuously apologized and told him they were just searching for their friend's wedding party. We apologized for turning around in his driveway, but he would not put the gun down, he said. He remained enraged for what felt like an eternity. So here it is, you got this old man that's clearly being racist towards these people for simply pulling in his driveway and turning around. A simple mistake like that. That's the nature of these people. They racist. They've been racist since we can all remember. They was racist when they founded this country. Remember what they done to the indigenous people, how they slaughtered them and stole their land. So even their very history testifies to who they are today. As he moved around the car, his girlfriend quickly snapped the pics and called 911. We felt in danger as he kept pointing the gun at our faces and continued to tell us how much he wanted to kill us, he said. A member of the wedding party finally arrived, and Favret eventually backed off and retreated to his house. When the couple arrived at the correct venue nearby, they showed the photo to the owner of the house, the groom's aunt, who identified Favret as the HOA president. So not only is he a CEO to a local energy company in that community, in that city, but he is the Homeowners Association president that is conducting himself like this in public towards other residents in that homeowners associations, guests, and friends. And that is just terrible. And the way he was acting, we luckily that those innocent people didn't get shot, whether it would have been accidentally or intentionally. Ochoa, who identifies as Mexican American, later found out that 2 other cars had gone to the incorrect address because of the GPS mix-up, but no one else had guns pulled on them. He also discovered he and his girlfriend were the only minorities in the entire neighborhood at the time, and he believes this is why he was targeted. Yeah, sounds like racial profiling to me, considering that they was the only so-called minorities. Because believe it or not, family, we are the majority in this country. However, when Ochoa told police he wanted to press charges, he claimed the groom's aunt told him, "If you press charges and disrupt my community, I will cancel the wedding." I was in disbelief that she put me in the position of choosing between ruining my best friend's wedding or doing what is right, he wrote. I had no choice but to walk away. It amazed me that she was willing to cancel her own nephew's wedding because of this. Well, that speaks volume to who she is and what her character is. Ochoa was so upset over the incident, he ended up missing the wedding the next day. However, now that it has passed, he decided to push ahead with pressing charges. That's very good. Smart man. In an incident report, Favret initially denied pulling a gun, but when deputies showed him the pictures, he changed his story, claiming he didn't remember that part because of pain medication he was on for shoulder surgery. And see, that's just like those devils. First you have amnesia, first you lie. Okay? That's what you do initially. You lie about your illegal activities and your illegal actions. But then when they have to show proof of your illegal actions, now all of a sudden you have amnesia because of shoulder pain. Well, the shoulder pain just stop you from waving that gun around. You see? So all they are liars. They're racist liars. And hey, it's not me just saying that. We reading it off in the story. He issued a statement through his company, Resource Energy, claiming the Facebook post in question does not portray an accurate version of the events. However, I deeply regret my actions that day. I had no way of knowing the identities of the individuals in the vehicle, he said. I just saw the unknown vehicle very close to the home at a time when we were not expecting any visitors, and my property is clearly marked with our address and is about half a mile from their destination. I wonder how he knew where their destination was. Favret also claimed he's had problems with intruders on his property in the past, engaging in illegal elk hunting. Well, those folks clearly wasn't elk hunting. They didn't get out with any guns or rifles in camouflage and start hunting for elk. According to 9 News, the Douglas County District Attorney Office has now filed 5 criminal charges against Favret, including two felony menacing charges and 3 misdemeanors relating to gun crimes. He has until the end of the week to turn himself in. If he does not, an arrest warrant will be issued. Wow, how convenient. He got to the end of the week to turn himself in. Normally when we get charged, they come pick us up at our house, at work, or whatever. And they immediately put a warrant out for us. But once again, that just goes to that Caucasian privilege that they have. If convicted, he can face up to 3 years in prison. He declined an on-camera interview with the site, but sent a text exclaiming, "Now that I am healing and understand what really happened, I feel terrible that I scared them. I scared myself." Yeah, right. Yeah, you scared yourself right into those felony charges you got. I hope you sober up with that. So once again, here's a look at, this man right here. This racist right here that we looking at. Funny built bad. That's done cut these people off, and you can clearly see the gun in his hand. The same gun that he lied to the police about not having. Okay? You too old to be acting foolish like that. But once again, we have another case of racism in America, targeting our Hispanic brothers and sisters this time. And remember, our brothers and sisters down there south of the border, a lot of this used to be their land as well. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. A lot of this belonged to them, So, family, tell me what y'all think about this story. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we bring breaking news stories to you. And to the next episode, I say shalom.